When I was young, I had a pretty decent life. My parents were like every young, hip couple back in the 60s and the 70s. They drank and they partied a lot, and we traveled a lot. We went and we picked oranges and basically followed the money around. I guess the term for it now is migrant workers. Despite the fact that they drank and they partied a lot, they still managed to take excellent care of me. I always had a home. I always went to every medical appointment that I had to ensure that I was healthy and thriving. As some years passed, my sister was born, and my parents settled down a little bit more, and they bought a home, and everything was great. I was a spoiled child. I got everything that I had wanted monetarily and emotionally and physically from my parents. I was still relatively young, around the third and the fourth grade, so I wasn't necessarily being bullied in school yet. And as some more time passes, my parents go from drinking and partying into the hard drugs. More specifically, they started doing methamphetamine. Now, my parents, they still took care of us. We had a home, we had lights, we had water, we had food. We were not abandoned and mistreated at all. We always had clean new clothes and shoes, and still, they took us to the doctors and made sure that we were completely 100% healthy. I do not agree with doing meth. For the record, I'm just stating the facts of how I grew up. There was a lot of people coming in and out of my home, and each and every person was very nice to my sister and I, and some of them we became great friends with. But I mean, they were there for the drugs. None of them ever mistreated us in any way, shape, or form, although some of them were a bit creepy. I remember there was this one person who thought that there were spiders all over him, and he started to scratch his skin and stuff like that. And once my parents realized what was going on, they made that person leave. Eventually, my parents started dabbling in the manufacturing of meth. And the Department of Children's Services intervened and took my sister and I away. We stayed with family, and I stayed with family until I aged out at 18. My sister, she went to live with a few strangers. But this is not the point of my story, really, and if you would like to hear more about it, please comment down below. The point of this post is to say that because of my childhood trauma of being taken away from my family, I am in a constant state of fear that because I am in a wheelchair, that DCS will eventually take my children. And that is a downfall of raising a child in a wheelchair. I do not do any sort of drugs, and nor have I ever. I do not drink, and I do not smoke. I take care of my children to the best of my ability. I am a single mom, of course. And still, I live in a constant state of fear because of the trauma that I went through as a child. Maybe it's because I've always believed that my parents took care of us and we were safe with them, and we were ripped away for basically no reasons. And yes, I understand that the manufacture of methamphetamine is not safe. But I don't know, I'm no therapist and I've never seen one. I just use that fear as a tool to do better, to take care of my children better, to keep my home clean better. So that way no one has absolutely no reason at all to come and take my children from me. As always, thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful 4th of July. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. But above all else, love like Jesus.